The pumpkin that'll last for forever. Finally. Does it count? Today, we're taking a glass blowing class.
I'm sweating already. We've worked with a lot of materials before, but we've only scratched the surface when it comes to glass. And that's because it's a little intimidating.
Yeah, let's take our jackets off.
But also very exciting.
So we're at Wimberley Glassworks with our instructor, Nick.
So I am Nicholas Noble, or Nick. I've been working here at Wimberley Glassworks for about 3 years. I've been blowing glass in total for about 9. I got my degree in glass blowing from the University of South Alabama and excited to do these classes with y'all.
So it sounds like you know what you're doing.
Sometimes.
This video is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform for all your website needs.
So this is the flower that y'all are going to be making. This is called a trumpet flower. This is the first thing I ever learned how to make in glass.
It looks fancy. This is the starting thing?
Yeah, this is the first thing you'll learn about.
Okay. When Nick first showed us the flower we were going to make, I was like, that's very advanced. Do you know where we're coming from?
I don't know. My God! This is just my color mix. It's called the kitchen sink mix because it's every color we own, basically. First thing I got to do is grab a little bit of glass out of the furnace. Inside of here is just a big pot of liquid glass. Gather it up, just like you'd get honey out of a honey pot. Because at this temperature, the glass moves around a lot like honey does.
Oh, geez, yeah, that's kind of nerve-wracking.
So I'll pick up a little bit of color.
Fun.
All the color is crushed colored glass. So it sticks and then it melts. And that's where we get the color from.
I can see it with my eyes, but the camera's like, that's a white void.
You always have to be turning. Because if I stop turning, it just falls.
Ugh.
The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna smush it flat a little bit. Give us a little disc of glass. We're gonna take the tweezers. We're gonna just pinch all the way around.
That creates like the little petals.
It just gives texture. Kind of like you're crimping a pie crust.
A hot, dangerous, melty pie crust.
Exactly. Heat it back up. Generally on something this size, we'll have about 45 seconds to maybe 60 seconds to work it before it's too hard to work with. So now is when I turn it into the flower. So I just pinch it out a little bit.
Oh.
Kind of making that disc of color a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Then I can start to pull out my stem.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So you're kind of letting gravity help you there.
Gravity is one of our best tools when you learn how to use it.
Oh my God, it looks like it's gonna fall. Oh, it's supposed to fall.
I'm gonna crimp it a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, wow. We're gonna be doing that?
Oh my God.
And there it is.
Wow.
So there's the flower. Now I'm just gonna knock it off. A little drop of water. And there it is.
Wow. That was exciting. Too exciting.
That was really exciting. That happened really fast.
How sweaty are you?
I'm sweaty already, which makes me a little nervous.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. When it came time for me to do the first flower, I was really nervous because I was filming the demonstration. And I was like, am I getting everything? Oh, how's the shot look? And then I was like, how much did I retain? How much knowledge? And I was nervous that I was gonna have to solo the whole flower.
Yeah.
And like,
How much do I squish it?
how much do I twist it?
I will reiterate as we go.
Thank you.
What color would you like?
Blue.
Blue? Light or dark?
Light blue,
Light?
please.
Okay. Well,
I'm very excited for you, Katelyn.
then here is about 400 pounds of liquid glass.
Do y'all just have to like refill it
Once a
each
week.
day? Oh, once a
It
week.
stays on all the time.
Wow.
Okay, so grab the pipe with me, behind, one on top, one on bottom. Keep it rotating. Set it down lightly. Rotate it towards yourself.
To be completely honest, I don't know if it came across in video, but Nick was doing 90% of the turning.
Yes. But what we realized when we were there is like, you need so much training to be able to safely do what he was doing.
Just like I did, you're gonna press straight into the end to give us that little disc of color.
Okay.
Dipping the stick into the furnace, they say that like you don't do that for like a year.
Go ahead and just press in all the way
It's so squishy! I love it!
and stop.
Okay.
And there we have our little disc.
How was that?
Exciting. Hot. Sweaty.
And spinning it inside of the glory hole takes months of practice.
Yeah. So like, I don't know why we thought we could do it.
Like first try? No.
Take the tweezers, just gonna pinch, open and close all the way around.
Pinch. Okay.
And then once we do that, you're gonna dunk those in the water right behind you because hot glass sticks to hot metal. So as the tips of the tweezers heat up, they'll start to stick.
Hot glass sticks to hot metal.
Go ahead and pinch.
Wow. It's like resin that's
I know.
constantly cooling.
Yeah, it's like gel state resin.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we just have that texture.
How was my pie crust crimping?
It's a decent pie crust.
Decent. So that's like 7 out of 10 maybe.
I'd give it a 7. 7.5.
It's like silly putty, but a little bit stickier.
Yeah.
And like a little bit more firm. Like you
Yeah.
need to use a little bit more force.
I will help on this part.
Look at us go!
Now we're gonna go ahead and dunk your tweezers back in the water just a little bit.
This seems addicting.
It is. I couldn't stop doing this if I wanted to. Now we're gonna pull this way.
Oh yeah.
Gonna pinch it pretty tight.
I like that this is forgiving. It's like
Yeah.
flowers are organic. They can be whatever we want them
Now
to
just
be.
pinch and hold and just pull.
Ooh.
Pull, 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 pull.
Oh my gosh.
And stop pulling. Now just kind of hold it
Okay.
and push into the pipe a little bit. And there's our curl.
That's so cool.
I'll take it from here.
Wow.
Just a little crimp, just so it breaks, hopefully where we tell it to.
Wow.
So you're gonna hold on to this marvel of engineering.
It's a spoon on a screwdriver.
So in a second, you're gonna press that right into where I'm torching.
This side, like this?
just
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
We're just rounding off some of those sharp edges.
Got it.
And go ahead. And stop. And that's all it takes. There's your flower.
Wow.
Wow.
You did it, baby.
Way easier when I have assistance of a professional.
Can I try some of that miscellaneous?
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, that is amazing.
It's so hot.
The camera doesn't pick it up, but it looks like a glossy lava pool in there.
I kind of wish I had looked.
It was glorious. Even more glorious than the glory hole.
I can't see the glass. So what I'm doing
Yeah.
is I'm looking for the reflection of the pipe.
Yeah.
And when I touch the reflection, I know I've hit the glass.
Oh.
Should I be aggressive with my pinches or medium pinches?
The more aggressive you are, the more defined the texture will be.
Aggressive pinches it is.
You can squeeze as hard as you want. The glass will be fine.
Oh, and love, if you hold it closer to the end, it's easier
Yeah.
to squeeze.
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
I think I kept
Pinch.
doing it too far back.
Pinch, 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 pinch. Oh, this is so great.
You're good?
Should I
Just dunk them in the water.
Dunk them? Hot glass sticks to hot metal.
I'll just melt that in a second.
And then
Just pinch right there.
pinch.
And that should be about good for your pie crust.
Cool. It's interesting to see it change color as it cools.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when it's hot, it's just glowing orange.
Everything's orange when it's 2,000 degrees.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna pull a little softer.
But when you're that close to the glass, it feels like I'm getting the same warning senses that I do when you get too close to like a campfire.
Yeah, your brain is like, pull away, pull away. But you can't, you gotta get in there.
This is great. Oh,
And pull.
fun.
Pull, pull, pull. And keep holding.
Yep.
And just kind of,
Push
you
it
go.
up. Yep.
now I'll take it.
Fun.
Woo.
An interesting, it looks more like a fungus.
It's like an orchid almost.
Yeah.
And there's your flower.
Cool. Flower.
Okay, now you have to rate Evans.
It's wonderful.
It's wonderful out of 10.
It's unique. My flower turned out a little bit more abstract than I wanted it to.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but you did kind of like go crazy on your flower.
I thought I would pull harder. I was like, ooh, too hard. And you can't undo that.
No, you can't undo anything.
You can't stick it back in.
When I started learning how to make these, I had the worst case of beginner's luck. My first one was great.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't make one for 3 weeks.
Oh man.
But I was hooked by that point.
Yeah.
It has a way of getting its hooks in you and not letting go.
So is that the glory hole?
Yes, that is the glory hole.
The glory hole! That's where all the glory happens.
Yep.
I mean, you gotta stick the hard glass in there and get it soft. I mean,
There you go.
that's what it is. But it's an old British term
Yeah.
from way before that.
Okay, so next up is Paperweight.
Paperweight.
Do you have pink?
I do have pink.
Can you do pink and purple?
Pink and purple.
Yeah, it's gonna be a girly sea anemone.
Because we're also gonna be using this little guy down here. It's just a metal cup with ridges. But that one came to me from Italy.
Ooh.
That's an Italian mold.
An Italian optic
And it's made of bronze.
Use bronze.
The main difference for the color on this time, we're gonna get half the color on one side,
Okay,
and then the other half of the color on the other side.
okay. I'm locked in.
I'm just gonna rotate for a second.
Okay.
Let it stiffen up some. You can help rotate. Don't be scared.
Okay.
And set it down and just kind of wiggle it.
One thing I didn't expect is how much precision all like the stick moves would take.
Yeah. If that was me, it just would have gone. flying. So this is gonna give it like some fun ridges.
Yeah, personally one of my favorite tools.
Oh, that's fun.
Just like that. And this time what you're gonna do, you're gonna hold on to these.
Oh, the scary scissors.
Those are called diamond shears.
Okay,
You're going to pinch just the end.
just the end.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give it a twist.
I just
I
love
look
that
cool?
there's like flame right here in the foreground.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do I look cool with that?
Oh, that's what it's there for.
Yeah, it's
Ambiance.
up my cool factor. I feel like out of all the ones we did, Nick carried that one the most.
Pinch a little harder and squeeze.
Ooh.
And stop.
Whoa, that's so cool.
I felt like a passenger princess just in the car.
I'm gonna shape it up just a smidge.
Okay. And he was just like, okay, hold the tool. And I was like,
All right.
here we go.
You're gonna pinch them closed all the way out here to the tip and poke right there. Push in and stop.
Okay.
And there we
Fun.
have our little indent.
Cute.
And that's gonna trap a nice big bubble on the
Ooh.
top.
That's why we did it with an expert. We wanted to learn. And I, like every moment of that, I felt like I was learning
Yeah.
a ton.
We're just gonna set it here for a second and let it cool down.
To admire its beauty.
Yep. You can also see where it melted in those ridges. You
Yeah.
now have some nice lines as well.
Yeah. That's cool how it goes from the spots to the lines.
And then you're actually going to use
Ooh.
called a block.
Okay.
That's cherry wood.
Oh, nice.
It holds a lot of water, and it kind of works like a skee ball table. So the water turns into steam, and the steam provides a little pocket of air that
Yeah.
shapes the glass.
Oh.
And that'll give us a nice round shape.
Ooh.
Okay?
Okay. Oh, it's big. It got real big.
Watching fun, cute videos online does not compare to being next to hot glass.
Do you watch cute glass videos online?
I do. they're really entertaining. It's like a very tactile.
Experience.
Yeah, it's very tactile.
It just kind of helps us even it out. And there you can see that nice bubble.
Are you ever tempted to eat the melted glass? It looks tasty.
Yeah.
We're not alone, Katelyn.
Every glass blower has had that thought at least once.
Oh, it's getting so round.
They're gonna pick these up right here, the nice blades.
These?
And you're going to hold them kind of like you're gonna stab me in the back with them. There you go. And I'll show you what to do with those when I come back.
Okay, so I'm not.
You're not, well, I mean, if you have to, sure, but I'd rather you not. We're gonna use those to squeeze in right below it,
Okay.
because that's where we're gonna break it off the pipe. You have a fairly round ornament.
Fairly round.
Is there any danger of overworking glass? No.
Not really. There's artists that will work on pieces for 8 to 10 hours, because it's not like pottery or something. You can't just stop and take a break.
Yeah.
You have to finish the piece.
So interesting. It looks so orange right now, and that's going to turn pink.
It'll turn pink and purple.
Wow.
Those nice swirls when we're done.
Nice.
Wow.
And there it is.
Nice bubble.
Ta-da!
Yay!
Good job.
It was I was helping.
You were there.
I was there. I participated.
Hey, you did all the shaping. That was all you.
I did.
You made it nice and round.
Thank you. Thank you. Very kind.
New business idea. Left-handed water bottles. What about decaf energy drinks? A medieval gym. 20-pound dice. Glitter insurance. Oops, all wasps.
Please stop. We all know someone who keeps coming up with new business ideas, but never follows through.
This time, start them off the best way with today's sponsor, Squarespace.
Build a storefront
Or a blog.
or a small shop page
Or your portfolio.
with the help of Squarespace templates or their AI tools. It's your one-stop shop.
And if you need a domain name, some extra capital, or want SEO tools to boost your page and search results, they've got you covered.
You don't have to learn to code or deal with website maintenance.
Just focus on your business. Right now, if you go to squarespace.com/EvanandKatelyn, you can get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
So which one are you going to go with?
It's a surprise.
Please don't be wasps. Please don't be wasps. Please don't be wasps.
Wasps was a bad idea!
Thank you.
Blue.
Thank you. So how many hours a day do you do this?
8.
How many popsicles do you go through a day?
A lot.
So if you had like a day and you had no projects coming in, what would you do instead?
Play around.
I could see like a lot of experimentation being involved.
There's not a lot of books that will teach you how to blow glass. So most common in the States at least is college. And you can just get a degree in it just like anything else.
Like underwater basket weaving. Have you ever heard that joke?
I have.
Thank you. We did a whole video based on the joke and nobody got it.
Really?
Yeah.
We like bought all this fancy underwater audio equipment for this one video. Because there's a speaker
speaker on the recording box. The neighbors can hear everything we're shouting.
And everyone's
No
like,
one got
I don't
the
get it. No, now can I do like a speckled orange
We can do a speckled orange. This is going to be
for the stem?
our stem.
Nice.
So, you know what? I'm not going to tell you what it does. You'll get to see.
I'm very curious because I'm like, that just looks like white glass.
Is it ultraviolet?
You'll see.
Glow in the dark.
It's drugs. I'm sorry, YouTube don't demonetize us.
A friend of my boss who was driving cross country with a bunch of glass color in his car and got stopped by the cops, and they had to test it. Just mysterious bags of white powder. So
Just don't dip your fingers in there, or you're gonna get
don't do.
poked.
Yeah.
Definitely don't sniff it.
Yeah.
The first part of the bubble is a little tricky, and it also involves putting your thumb in your mouth, and I highly doubt you want to put that glove in your mouth. So I'll take care of that part.
Thumb in your mouth.
Yes, it'll make sense in a second.
All right.
You have to blow really hard unless you know how to do the trick that I'm about to do, which is called a blowing cap. So what I do is I blow and I cap it with my thumb really fast.
Oh.
And then the heat from the glass forces it to expand.
Oh.
It can't go out where my thumb is, so it has to push into the glass.
This is going out. That's so interesting. Physics. Yeah.
There's far more physics and geometry and chemistry than I ever wished I would have to pay attention to. So now we have to let this cool down.
Yes.
If we didn't let it cool down before we got the next layer, unlike the paperweight, this bubble would collapse.
Oh.
We'd have to start over.
Does that help?
I like to think it does.
Blowing on your hot pizza.
I have cooked a pizza in there before.
Did it cook very fast?
Far too fast. Far too fast, because I turned a piece of pizza into charcoal. It's a little bit of glass, but we don't want quite as much as I get. So what I'm gonna do is drop the excess into that bucket. And now I'm gonna actually sit in the bench.
Blowing time?
Yep, so go ahead and blow softly. And stop.
Ooh, that was fun. And when I blow in here, do I do medium?
As hard as you can.
Hard as I can. Ooh.
Hard as you can.
I take that as a challenge.
That's fine. Because where's the glass gonna go?
Into the mold. Yeah.
Okay, dramatic shot time.
And stop. Blow one more time. Blow, 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 blow. Stop.
Blowing into the mold was way harder because it's not just about capacity. It's about like diaphragm strength.
Yeah, like you have to force it into that shape.
The pumpkin that'll last for forever. Finally. Does it count?
So this time we're back to blowing softly. Set it down, wait. Go ahead.
Nick was rolling it. Nick has to roll it back and forth to keep it centered. So I didn't know if it was gonna go left or right. So I was like, where are you going? Where are the tube going?
Blow a little bit more.
But I blew enough.
Yeah, I was really impressed by your blowing.
Yeah,
It did the thing.
It did the thing. Ooh.
So you've shaped the pumpkin. The pumpkin is done. Now we have to put the stem on it. When I go to cut it, you're gonna grab directly below my scissors. You'll be like right there to my scissors.
Okay,
you're
yeah.
gonna pinch it pretty tight.
Tight.
Because when I cut through, the stem's gonna wanna fall.
Yes.
You're gonna just take it, do whatever you want.
Oh,
You
twirl
can
it.
twirl it around,
Okay.
you can like spaghetti it.
Nice.
Wow.
Little pumpkin preview, baby.
What's happening?
Now I'm making your stem through the mystical color.
Mystical color. Melt that on.
Okay, are you ready? High pressure.
And pinch.
Thank you.
Nice. Curly Q action. I see
Kind
what
of
he's
press
going
it down
for.
right there a little bit. And we're good.
The vision is beautiful.
Oh, I love
So
that.
set down the tweezers real quick
Okay.
and torch the stem.
Torch the stem.
It'll take that mystical color I gave you and turn it gold.
Oh, I love gold.
And there is your pumpkin.
That's
Wow. May it last for forever. I'm really happy we finally have a pumpkin that will last forever or until it's dropped, which will never happen.
Don't drop it.
I'm not going to drop it.
Do you think I'm gonna drop it?
I might drop it.
cool. To the magic box it goes.
Into the 1,000-degree box.
I just can't wait to see how they all turn out because I feel like we saw them for just a fraction of a second as they cooled, but then they were just all gone.
Yeah.
Taken from us.
What does the color look like? What do the swirls look like? What does the pumpkin definition look like?
I didn't even fully get to see like the metallic shine on my stem before it was whisked away. I was like, ooh, oh bye.
Yeah. I mean, it had to be put in the annealing oven so quickly.
Because otherwise it'll crack,
Yeah.
and we can't have that. I want to do it again. that was great.
awesome.
Thank you so much.
Not a problem.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm glad y'all had a good time.
I just hope that this video gets enough views that we get to do it again, because I'm not done with that glory hole.
You want more glory hole?
Do you guys want more glory hole?
Well, we're back. Hi, Nick. How's it going? Long time no see.
Doing pretty good.
I'm excited to see how the pieces turned out.
Me too.
Yeah, I'm as well.
This is our first time seeing anything since we completed them.
All right, ready?
Yes.
Ready?
Ooh, nothing shattered.
And there they are.
Yay!
They're all still in one piece.
Caitlin, yours looks nice.
It does look really nice.
Mine
Also looks
It looks great.
nice.
is interesting.
It's interesting.
Organic.
Yeah, it's a flower. It can be organic.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it looks really cool. I
Very
like your
interesting.
colors. What's next?
Is your paperweight? Whoa! That looks really cool,
That's so cool.
actually.
It's like a marble.
Yeah.
The
Good job.
patterns are way crazier than I could see when it was hot. That's awesome.
It's much easier to see once it's cooled down.
Last but not least, the
Your pumpkin! It's so cute!
Wow, yeah, the metallic sheen really came out. That's so fun.
That's awesome. And your spots look really cool too.
Thank you.
How would you rate Evan's ridges?
The ridges are all right.
They're all right.
The stem turned out great though.
That's great.
Look at that stem. Just look at that.
You know, clearly it's a pumpkin.
It is very clearly a pumpkin.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's a win.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again, Nick, for showing us the ropes and
Not a
doing
problem.
most of the
Bloody
work.
hug.
Sweaty hugs.
Bloody hug.
And if you guys are ever in the area, Wimberley Glassworks, really impressive place. Thanks again.
Not a problem.
Thank you.
Glad to have y'all.
So obviously this is a very different style of video for us. We had a lot of fun, and I'm curious, do you guys have any other ideas for videos like this we should try filming?
Yeah, because it's comfortable just like being here in our workshop. But if you like this and give us the like, we'll
We'll leave the workshop every now and then.